Hello, I'm always searching internet for good role-playing games to play, and there's always one game that comes up, Far Cry 3. So I was just wondering, is it really that good? In today's video, I'm going to find out, and I have to say, things get pretty interesting the more I play. And speaking of Far Cry, I'm also going to cry if you don't subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching. We got captured by a local man, and he steals my phone. The customer service is 5 out of 5, but I have to rate the hotel room 0 out of 10. And now he starts yelling. Fuck, that looks kind of funny. Then he stares deep into my eyes and tells me about his romantic feelings. Then I'm sad as he goes away, and my brother decides to get an early checkout, and then starts molesting my body. We call for the service, but my brother decides to kill the innocent hotel worker. So now we are leaving. We start sneaking through the hotel area. This has to be your best family vacation ever. We even visit the local zoo. All is very good. Hey, this looks like your mother. We sneak below the house, but the dog smell the shit in my pants. So now we have to run. After making our way through the yard, I steal the hotel's vlogging equipment, and then it's time to move on. At the yard I throw a rock at the chicken, and it works like a charm. We climb through a window and wake up this innocent man. Grant kills him, and then shows me the weirdest smile I've ever seen. I decide to teabag the hotel worker. We go outside and notice that Vas is giving a tour to the new customers. I could say they had a blast. We sneak through the funny smelling plants. Seriously, they are super funny. So funny I throw a rock at this house. Grant wants to end our vacation early and kills himself. But I tell him to stop and we try again. So now he gets to kill this guy once more. Fucking Grant. Now that Grant isn't suicidal anymore, we manage to sneak through the enemies. The hotel area is looking lovely. We decide to walk through the trash. Then Grant pulls a map out of his ass, and I say the stupidest line I've ever heard.
Does it say where Riley is?
After having a pleasant conversation, Grant gets fucking blasted. I just decide to watch him die. On the other hand, he's my brother. But on the other hand, he's a crazy psychopath. Just look at this, he's probably enjoying this. I know I am. And then he dies. Very nice. Vas decides to give me a head start on my escape. So I start running through the jungle. But they are shooting me, so that's not very nice. They even sent the dogs after me. The enormous cliff looked like a good place to slide. Then I decide to rest a bit even though the enemy dogs are biting my ass. I even have to check if they are actually shooting me. Yes, they are. I make the most cinematic jump ever and climb the vines that has not been rendered yet. They are shooting me directly at my back, but it doesn't even hurt. So I just continue running. I find a safe space from these cliffs. I'm extremely safe, I know it. But then this knife warrior attacks. The game tells me to smash him, so I smash him. This is a nice vacation. Then I continue on with the running. I'm trying to reach the dragon eyrie from Dark Souls 2. I don't wanna body shame, but I'm so fat that the whole bridge breaks. And then I fall into the goddamn water. So now I'm dead. Just kidding, it was only an intro. Now I'm saved by a tattooed warrior. I wake up and he's performing some kind of rituals on my hand. Then he looks at me seductively. He speaks of some kind of tatao, but I don't understand anything. I just like the way he's holding my hand. I try to get a knife, but then he threatens me with a knife. So now I'm out of knife. Then he hits a crazy ass trick shot. He's Dennis. All I can think about is that Candle will burn the whole place. Then he grabs my hand again. Things are getting really romantic. I ask for help, but then Dennis just decides to tell me some stupid ass Pinterest quotes.
So you'll help me?
No, you can only help yourself. I'm going to free you.
We move outside and there's a party going on. Dennis grabs me immediately. I wave at them with the stupidest hand gesture I've ever seen. Then we proceed to objectify some women.
They are something, aren't they?
This is very nice.
I could have anyone I choose.
Dennis is a real Sigma. He gives me money so I can buy guns. He probably doesn't know that I actually have a gambling addiction, so all of this money will be wasted. I proceed to watch these two people doing whatever they are doing. I still don't know what's going on, but anyway, I get very close. Close and personal. I hit a quick jump and then watch these people do the stupidest dance I've ever seen. This guy is so lunatic. He drinks the alcohol with his chin. Just look at that. He's consumed by alcohol. I watch the bucket and then decide to enjoy the cybergoth dance party from YouTube. And now, like in any good party, it's time to buy guns. The old woman sells me one for $60. After that, Dennis wants to take me on a romantic walk. He lures me deeper into the forest. I have a bad feeling about this, but nothing to worry about, it's just the classic Ubisoft radio tower mission. Then I demonstrate my masterful detective skills.
That must be the radio tower.
No shit. I get to the tower and shoot the snake, but that destroys my PC. After restarting the game, it freezes again to a erotic position. After hacking the game for 15 minutes, We are back at the party. Now it's the moment of truth. Can I shoot the snake? And oh yes, the snake is dead. We can finally progress. I grab 38 bucks from a crate and then climb the old radio tower. I tell myself to not look down, and then I look directly at down. I also shoot the mountains. I reach top and I finally get to show my good mechanical skills. Tell me you are playing Ubisoft game without telling you are playing Ubisoft game. I do a 360 and grab the wire with my bare hand to get down faster. Once I meet Dennis, he has that classic molester look. He tells me that if I want to save my friends, I need to kill the innocent animals of the forest first. I proceed to shoot Dennis where he stands.
Work on your shooting!
And the irony is, I also steal his car. I start riding through the jungle like I'm a rally driver. But then I find a shortcut through the local homeless shelter. Is this the right way? It probably is. Boom. After arriving at the location, I take a quick nap. I wake up feeling more fresh than ever. I've always loved picking up plants. In order for me to save my friends, I need to shoot this pig with a pistol 1 trillion million gazillion times. I don't know how this helps Dennis. I really don't even want to do this, but the game is making me do this, so now I did that. I don't think this is the right way to hunt animals. What do you think? I still have no idea what is the point of that mission. I just killed animals and picked up some plants, and now I'm back. Just kidding, you unlock the crafting with that mission. Then I magically get a new tattoo. That's odd. Our conversation is interrupted by a phone call. It's Dennis's mom. She's asking me to visit. Dennis decides to give me a ride to ride his mom. Just kidding, we have found out that one of my friends is in a camp nearby, so that's where we are headed. If you look very closely, like very closely, you can see that Dennis isn't even holding the gas pedal. We meet up with our crew, and they run over innocent animals, and so do we, so we can basically drive into the ocean. Also, for some reason, Dennis keeps wiggling the driving wheel, even though we are driving in a straight line. We arrive at the camp, and I get to decide if we are going to sneak or shoot our way to the camp. I choose sneaking, obviously. Once I get close, I decide to shoot the criminals. With a camera. I throw a rock at the bushes and then go knife the first guy I see. I also insert the knife into this guy's body. His friends see me and I decide to knife the house, but then I decide to just shoot them the regular way. Soon my teammates arrive and I start headshotting these noobs. And sooner than you know, the whole place is captured by us. I decide to make sure that everyone is dead. I blast through the door and notice that no one's there. Where the hell is my friend? I hear through the radio that she has escaped on her own. On the yard I get greeted by my local gang members. They start touching my body also. Then Dennis comes in to finish the job. He tells me that my friend is at Dr. Earnhardt's place, the local psychopath. So after stealing the wallet of a dead man, I start heading towards that direction. The doctor is living 1000 kilometers away, so I have to use the teleport. Back in the village, the local alcoholic is using his gin to drink the alcohol again. These guys are a bunch of red. I storm up the jungle and find myself a trustworthy car. After driving for 2 millimeters, I find a quad bike and a man sleeping in the ground. I would like to take the quad bike, but it's some stupid ass supply drop mission, so I just leave it. On my way to doctor, I spot a quick shortcut. I'm sure it will save me multiple minutes of time. And yes, it absolutely does. Now I'm basically there. After I wake up from my nap, I find a new car very quickly. I also find a new shortcut straight from the spawn point. Now we are basically there. This car isn't drivable anymore, so I have to pick a new one across the street. Luckily there is just free vehicles everywhere. I promise this time I actually have to drive to the forest. I need to craft some medical syringes. I find some green leaf and then heal myself. Now let's get back to rolling. I need to get to the doctor's house. I proceed to drive myself off the cliff and straight into the river. All went according to the plan. I hope I can park here. I find this beautiful beach house on the beach. I go in and steal the money. I go outside and a wild dog attacks me. I try to tell him to go away, but he just won't stop attacking me, so you know what I have to do. Then I touch a dead body and steal a boat from the shore. I notice a tourist boat in the distance, so I decide to shoot it with a sentry gun. They are probably having a good time now. This place really is a paradise. I use the anchor to safely park my ship next to the pier and then start running to the doctor. We should be close to his house by now. After running for a while, I get surprised by some enemies, but nothing to worry about. I hide behind the bamboo and take a photo. I start to shoot them, but then their friends shoot me from the right. This is not fair. This is all too much, so I start running away. But then I get too exhausted and take a nap on the cliff. For some reason I wake up back in the village. Now I can do that all over again. I find a new tuning car next to the road. I made a promise to myself. I will drive directly to the house and do nothing more. I promise. I find a new shortcut and drive directly to the jungle. For some godforsaken reason, the shortcut leads directly into the local river. What's up with that? So now back to running. Now I'm back at the same beach I was before, but now there is no boat. Odd. I stab the snake, shoot the boat, and then take a nap at the beach. I wake up back at the village. But now I'm very angry. This time I will drive directly to the doctor. No shortcuts, no rivers, no boats. I drive very peacefully, but these local lunatics start to chase me. I drive up the hill, but the road ends. So now I just have to kill them. But I really don't want to. I touch their bodies and steal their roofless vehicle. Now I will drive directly to the doctor. I take a quick shortcut over the hill and then drive directly into the ocean. My car sinks like Titanic. Where is Jack? Well, at least now I get to swim. Said no one in Titanic. I decide to take a faster route over the hill, but then I remember I'm not playing Skyrim and I don't have a horse, so I abandon the plan. I grab another one of these free vehicles and then proceed to drive it for 4 meters. After running for a while I come across these stairs. This looks promising, and there it is, we finally made it to the doctor's house. I swear to God, this 5-minute trip took me like 2 hours to complete. I go to the doctor's garden and he surprises me with a beautiful smirk. I tell him who I am and what I'm doing here. The doctor smiles seductively and tells me that Daisy is upstairs sleeping. I run upstairs and find her drugged on the bed. The doctor molester tells me it's for medical reasons. But I don't believe him.
She cut through a field of anti-aris toxicaria, highly poisonous latex.
Now I need to find ingredients to Daisy's medicine. I can find the healing medicine mushrooms in a cave right beside the house. So obviously I have to take the glider. Gliding through the air makes me feel like an eagle, but then I fly directly into the ocean.
Underwater.
This makes me feel like a fish. For some reason I know the cave's exact location, even though the doctor didn't give me any instructions. Like, how do I even know I have to swim through this tiny gap?
This crazy doctor better know what he's doing.
After walking through the caves for a while, I come across this big-ass jump. I decide to hit it with a beautiful 360 jump. Boom. After climbing the vines that have been rendered, I accidentally step onto some poison mushrooms. Maybe this was the doctor's plan all along. I try to continue while seeing all kinds of hallucinations. Or maybe I just turned it into a Spider-Man. This is exactly what I wanted from this vacation. My brother dying and drugged cave exploring. After a while I'm suddenly sober again. I decide to shoot the air. Then I manage to find the mushrooms. Apparently I like this cave so much I only pick one mushroom, so now we will run out of medicine immediately. I find another entrance right beside the mushrooms. Apparently a doctor forgot to mention about this. I run back to the house and find the doctor cooking in the garden.
I have the mushrooms.
Huh? Delightful.
Apparently Daisy has woken up, so I run back upstairs. And now we get an incredibly sad scene. Let's enjoy it.
Jason,
How you feeling?
you got away. That's how I'm feeling.
I'm glad you made it. It's been really rough.
Jason, what's wrong?
Grant, Daisy.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Whoever killed Grant deserves to die.
3 of my friends and my little brother are missing. When I find them, can I bring them here?
Absolutely not.
After happily reuniting with my friends, Dennis gives me a call. He starts telling me his stupid ass Pinterest quotes over the phone. I have to go to a nearby shipwreck called Medusa and hijack the enemy's radio signal. I find my trustworthy car just where I left it. And now there is also a new one just like it. So that's nice. I start driving down the hill like a lunatic. And then I notice a quick shortcut to my left. Well, that was fast. I decide to go back to my home village. It's always nice to visit this place. I go buy a shotgun from the local shopkeeper. I buy a beautiful M133 with a big-ass suppressor. That's beautiful. I also grab some green leaf for the medicine. I noticed that I can't carry much shotgun shells, but for a price of killing 2 innocent boars, I get a bigger ammo pouch. I'm not sure if these guys are boars or pigs, but anyway, I start riding towards that direction. Once I get to the hunting location, I notice they are only pigs, so now I have to kill these guys instead. Well, that was beautiful. Seems like these guys were having a good weekend, since only loot I can find is used needles and rusty utility knife. I was debating if I want to add this scene to the video or not, but this is the exact moment when I realized they are pigs, not boars. I'm sorry. Well, I might as well grab the meat, but it wasn't all for waste. I can use the pig hide to craft a simple syringe kit. So all went according to my plans. I come across these enemies and I have to say I really like the suppressed shotgun. It just feels so nice. I shoot one of the guys and the other guy has no idea I'm there. I decide to kill him with a beautiful 360 knife kill. Boom. Then I steal their money and their car. Now it's finally time to go to the shipwreck. The road there is pretty narrow, but thank God my alcoholic dad taught me how to drive. Just another day at the office. After abandoning my car, I find some free money laying on the beach. Don't know what happened to these guys. I'm finally at the Medusa. I decide to take some pictures of the people. I creep through the bushes like a predator and knife the first guy I see. There are multiple enemies in the area. I think this will be the hardest mission yet. I jump down the cliff and shoot the first 2 guys with a precision. I stare at this guy's ass for a bit and then knife him. In order for me to get to the control room, I need to kill every enemy in the area. I throw a rock at them as a confusion, but then they see me somehow and it's blasting time. Boom and boom. I deserve these $4. As I'm taking some pictures of the landscape, I notice that the enemy reinforcements are arriving. Get ready for some epic battle scene. Here is my review after playing Far Cry 3 this far. Is it good? Yes. Once I've killed everyone, I give Dennis a call.
There's no time to talk.